Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today is everybody's favourite video, completed pages for the month, and this is for the month of July 2024, another month over, and yeah, who knows where these months are even going. But yeah, as you can see, I've coloured in 6 books, and I think I have 7 completed pages because I've got 2 inside Spooklet Sketchbook. So let's get on with it, shall we? Let me just collect them. So first off, I'm going to share the page from A Million Sea Creatures. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And if you can hear thunder in the background, I do apologise, there's nothing I can do about it, but this is the time where I have free to film this, so hopefully it's not really being picked up. It's not super loud, but it is a bit rumbly. Who knows? Who knows when it will stop? But yeah, it is very, very warm and humid, so yeah. And I've had to turn my fan off for this because obviously we don't need the added sound of that, do we? So this is A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo, and this was actually a buddy colour. My first ever buddy colour with a non-family member, because the only other ones I've done is with my niece, and I have coloured, well, we have coloured this beautiful page. Look at that sparkle and shine. That right there is Stickles in grapefruit colour. I did colour underneath with the Castle Art pencils first. The whole page is Castle Art pencils, Posca pen, and the Stickles. That was it. I just went full on pencil for this one, but I love that shine. Sorry, I don't know why when first started colouring it, I did the sand first. I knew I wanted it to sparkle, and then I went from there. So this is a buddy colour with Melissa, which is at Millie's Colouring over on Instagram. I am hoping I can figure out how to add a picture because I've never done it before. But I have her picture, her completed page, and I'm hoping to add it right about here. And yeah, it's a beautiful picture. I was actually surprised, like, we picked some similar colours. I know water and sand is going to have similarities anyway, but you never know. One of us could have picked like pink sand or greeny water, you know? But we went quite similar on that aspect. And don't you think that this little guy that is hugging looks like Squirt from Finding Nemo? It's Squirt, the little pink thing. That's why it's pink. Why I've coloured it pink. But yes, Melissa's is beautiful. Like, I always really enjoy seeing how other people colour a page, and to actually see like the step-by-steps of sort of her colouring it. I really loved that. So hopefully more buddy colours in the future. So if anybody's interested, like I haven't a clue what I'm doing with buddy colours. Like I said, this is my first one. I don't know what a lot of people sort of communicate. But yes, I would be happy to do buddy colours. Obviously, I'm a slow colourist, so maybe I wouldn't take on like a million buddy colours at the same time. I'd probably have to like limit it to like 1 or 2 at a time, depending on whether there were pages I was already going to colour and like books I was going to colour in and stuff like that probably. But yeah, really enjoyed this. I have like so many things over here. So that is her Instagram. If anybody's interested, go check her out. She's got some beautiful colouring on there. And yeah, really happy with this one. So this is from Lulumere's A Million Sea Creatures. My mind just went blank then, like seriously blank. And this is actually a book that my niece got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. And this was the only other coloured page I had, which I like that, but that and that, like, there is a quality difference, right? I think it's because I used watercolour on the background and I didn't add any shading or anything on that. But yeah, I still like this little guy. So up next we have Winged Fantasy Special of Colouring Heaven. This was an uncoloured book, and if anybody's seen my recent poll, I have said that this August I'm going to mostly be focusing on uncoloured Colouring Heaven books, and that is because I keep buying them and don't always seem to colour in them because I'm already colouring something else, but I get the Colouring Heaven because I don't want it to sell out, because once Colouring Heaven is gone, they're gone, aren't they? Or that you see them at ridiculous prices, and no way I would pay a ridiculous price because there are limits. And you can see up here is my damaged area. My own fault, because when I was colouring this page, which is also a video, which you would have seen my mistake then, but yes, luckily nothing else was harmed during the video. And like I said in that video, I plan to, when I complete a Colouring Heaven, I want to colour the covers and put a, like, the protective film that you can get that can go over books. So that shouldn't be a problem anyway. And this one, I did not say, is by Adele Laurien, and I coloured this page, and this was the challenge of letting the dice decide what colours I use. So, and the background, I rolled for the background and it gave me the theme of space, which was worrisome at the time, I will not lie, but I actually think it suits the illustration so well. Like, in that video I explained that I would have coloured her in more natural colours, or him. I never did decide whether it was a boy or a girl. It looks like a little boy, but it could be a little girl. So I ended up saying, well, it's got elf ears and angel wings, so who knows what. But I also love this little birdie. I do. I also couldn't decide whether they were birds or chicks. I think I said it a million times and it must have annoyed people, but oh well. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out. So I used Black Widow pencils, Posca pen in a lot of the white spaces, and acrylic paint for the background, which I wouldn't have been able to do that background without acrylic paint, I don't think. It was so much more speedy than pencils, plus I like using paint for backgrounds. I think it enhances the image. But yeah, this is a beautiful book, but so very detailed in some of them. Oh, see there? I would consider that being the same person. It's so cute. But that is my favourite, I think, in the whole book. Like that, it's just like chill, and look at how content this little guy is. Anyway, moving on, else we'll be here for hours. Winged Fantasy Special of Colouring Heaven with illustrations by Adele Laurien. Next up is another Colouring Heaven, but a pocket-sized fairy tales. And these illustrations are by Selena Fennick. And now last month I showed you that I did this page on my holiday. And then after I finished this on my holiday, which was at the end of June, my holiday was also the beginning of July, so I never got back home until, when was it, the 5th? The 5th of July, I think it was. And on my holiday, the beginning of July, I started this guy, but I needed to wait until I got home because I didn't take the right coloured pencils with me. As in, just a minute, this light is really making it shine. I'm just going to have to put it with it. Yeah, I didn't take a yellow enough yellow for the sun. I had a pale one which I used to base it, but I needed a brighter one for the outer rim of the sun. Well, that's what I thought anyway. And obviously the goose, because this is Jack and the Beanstalk, and that is the goose that lays the golden eggs, I believe. And that is Jack. See, I couldn't remember what like Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk looked like, but when I googled, it came up with like a million different outfit colours and hair colours, and I was like, I'm just gonna colour him however I want because he doesn't seem very consistent. So yeah, I kept him sort of natural and then just put the red coat on him because it was a colour I hadn't added on the page already. I was thinking of a purple coat, but then I thought, blue background, maybe not. But yeah, I do like how this has turned out. And I added in the oval shape in the background. So this is Castle Art pencils and Posca pen. Most of my pages this month were Castle Art pencils, the original set, because I hadn't used them in a while. I kept using the gold ones, and I thought, well, I need to use the other ones. But I've also said to myself that once the original ones run out, I'll probably just keep like buying the gold ones, because I do feel like they're slightly better. But are the colours the same or similar? I can't remember. I think they're similar. Don't quote me on that because I can't remember. And yeah, I don't have my swatch charts to hand at the moment, but yeah, I do like that. No sparkles or anything, which I almost made like the goose yellow bits sparkle, but I decided against it in the end. But I do like the goose. He's cute. So that is from the Colour in Heaven Pocket Fairy Tales by Selena Fennick. So next up I have Spooklet Sketchbook, which you see I think near enough every month. And I have 2 completed pages in here, as you can see from the tabs. I am trying to complete this still, obviously going a bit slower than what I was earlier in the year, because I want to colour in other books as well. And I've decided I pick pages, but I don't give myself like the month to complete all of them. Whereas when I was picking them before, I felt like I had to colour all of them. So the first one I coloured is this one here, which I am now calling her Alien Girl for some reason, because I gave her green skin, I think. But yeah, love how she turned out. She was so simple but effective in my opinion. So again, Castle Art pencils. With these pages I do an alcohol marker base, and then I have Posca pens, white and this sort of tealy colour that is on her eyelashes. But yeah, like the glare from a completed pencil page is ridiculous, isn't it? So I'm trying to hold it so you can see. But yes, I do love that. And then I also have the other page, which I also love. Like, look at that sparkle. Again, it's Stickles, but it's in the pink taffeta. I got some new colours, basically, so I had to try them out. But I wanted to make it so I could still see the alcohol marker underneath. So that is why it's like that. It's intentional. It's not... Like, when I'm looking at it like this, all I see is a sparkle, but I knew that you wouldn't always be able to see the sparkle, so I wanted the colour there that would match. and I love this page. I do. I love her skin tone. I imagined her wearing this like long dress with these big poofy sleeves, which is what I drew in here because the original illustration just ended at the neck. And then I was like, how am I going to colour this hair? Because I've never done like this style before, I don't think. Never to this extent, if I have anyway. And I was like, oh no. And then my Posca pen ran wild. So yes, I need to work on that. But I thought for this style of illustration it was okay. But if I was going more realistic, I'd have to practice a bit with different hairstyles. But yeah, I do, I love it. She's like purple glam is what I named her. So I didn't say, did I? Alcohol markers, Castle art pencils, Posca pen, and the stickles. And again, shine, shine, shine. Sorry. So those are the 2 pages in here. It is getting very full. This is still got to be my favourite. I don't know. I used to have an old favourite, which was this one. But then when I coloured her, I don't know, I just loved the green hair with the skin tone. Yeah, and that skin tone, love it. So that is Spooklet Sketchbook by Carla Magana. Next up, I have the Petit Poupée, the Disney colouring book by Art Therapy Hachette Heroes. And I coloured Pocahontas, well, one of the Pocahontas pages, because my niece chose this one. I think she chose it because she knows that I love Pocahontas. But I gave her three choices, and this was the one out of the 3 that she picked. But she picked this like over a month ago, so it's taken me a while to get round to it. But so happy with it. So very happy. It's so cute and shiny. So on here I have used acrylic paint in the background. It's a dark green. Well, it's a green with black, which makes dark green, obviously. But yeah, hopefully you're picking it up. I tried to make it textured in areas. But yes, and then the gold is Winsor & Newton gold ink, which is new to me. I have a few of the Winsor & Newton inks now, because I want to try and see if I can like do a background or like see how they work on a colouring page other than like gold accents and stuff. So I'll be trying that out at some point when I have the confidence to. And then this is Black Widow pencils and Posca pens, and all the leaves are drawn in with Posca pens. I had the pastel set, yes, pastel tone set, and I just use them to draw some leaves in. And I know that in the film the leaves are sort of all different colours, so I was happy to do that. Why not? And Miko looks so cute. Little rosy cheeks as well. You gotta have rosy cheeks, right? The only thing I could have done, I think, was make her, the main body part of her dress, slightly like a deeper tone of tan. It was a bit yellow, but I think it's okay. It's alright. But yeah, I love doing this page, and it took me so long to actually get this book because it kept going off of Amazon, and then when it finally came back on Amazon a couple of months ago, and it was I think it was a slightly reduced price in the original, and I was like, why did they reduce the price? They do not need to reduce the price of this. Everybody is willing to pay full price. But I got it while I could, and I also got the bookmark one because they had that as well, and I was like, yes. And I'm glad I did, because I believe now that the bookmarks are out of stock again. I'm not sure about the book, but yeah, I haven't coloured in the bookmark one yet. Like I said, because I care about it and I want to make these ones look amazing. But I don't know what to colour in here next. I saw a really amazing one of this finished. I cannot remember by who, but I just thought, wow. But that can sometimes be off-putting, can't it? Because you see, when you get a popular book, you see it the same page like by accident, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do it that well. Also that one, I've seen a few of those that are absolutely stunning, so I won't be colouring that one for any time soon. I love this one though. I love the Moana ones. Brave. I wanted to colour this one as well, but I didn't, obviously. And this, I just love them all. Right, I'm going to stop looking through that because everybody's probably seen it anyway. So that's Petit Poupée, and there is a name of the illustrator. I don't know how to say it because I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. Capuchin Sauvignon. Yeah, don't quote me on that at all, unless it's right. Doubtful. Right, last book I have here is Annie Day, and this one is by Morgan O'Brien. This is, oh my gosh, who does the hashtag? Amanda Colours. Whew, my brain today has worked too hard already to be remembering stuff. So yeah, I've taken part in the hashtag by Amanda Colours, and this month was this seaside page, which I took inspiration from my holiday, because they had obviously a beach, and it had a lot of the greenery in between the sand on the upper level, and then down on the lower level it was all sand. And then for the walkway, they did actually have something similar to this going from the beach to the caravan site, which is very nice timing in my eyes. So on this page I used Castle Art pencils and Posca pen. That was it. Like, I'm so happy with this one. Although that dog was difficult. I could not get it to look like a dog. It makes no sense, but it was not cooperating with me. Like, once I got it like this, I was like, yep, done. Not touching that again, else I will ruin that. But yeah, I just wanted it to look summery and fun. And I like the way the water turned out, but it was really simple. Like, literally 2 different blues, a little bit of the sand colour nearer the edge, and then a white Posca pen over the lines that were already there. So it was like the lines were in the right place, so it couldn't fail. I don't know, unless, like, obviously it could fail if like my Posca pen exploded or anything like that, but I felt like it was the simplest water I have ever coloured that actually looks like water when it's finished. But yes, really happy with that one. And then next month, well, August, it's already August now, 1st of August already, oh my gosh. But yes, hopefully I'll be doing the page in here for next month, well, this month. Oh dear. Yeah, brain power. But it is a page that is a bit more detailed. I don't know whereabouts in the book it is. It's the one, I think, where they're baking or something. Not that one. Oh, the weather here. Like I said, at the minute, it's like thundery and really stuffy heat. But oh my gosh, Monday and Tuesday, boiling. Absolutely roasting, and you have to work in it. That was a nightmare. Like, I was knackered. Absolutely, like, I've never been that knackered before. Yeah, so this is the page. It's got a lot of detail in it. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get around to it. Hopefully I will, because I've liked keeping up with this one, because at the end of it you're going to have a completed book, aren't you? So it's fun. But obviously I've already completed a couple of pages in here that haven't come up in the monthly colouring yet. So we will see. So that is Any Day by Morgan O'Brien. And if anybody's interested, Colour in Heaven has a pocket-sized version of this out. And what is it called? Cottagecore. So yeah, if anybody wants a pocket-sized on Colour in Heaven paper, go for it. Yeah, I already have this, so I'm not planning to get that one, because I have enough pages to colour without having to colour them twice. So that is it. That is all of my finished pages for July 2024. Bring on August. You will see a lot of Colour in Heaven, as I said. If you don't like Colour in Heaven, then you may want to skip my channel for a month. Although I do have a Matchstick Mouse one in the works. So yes, there is definitely a Matchstick Mouse one and a Colour in Heaven one. I do need to go on now and put my poll up for the page to choose, because the book one should have finished now. I'll have to check that out in a moment. So enjoy your colouring in August. Hope you're all doing well, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.